Have you ever studied English for months or even years, but still felt like native speakers sound completely different from what you learned in textbooks? The truth is that native speakers often use simple, everyday phrases that are rarely taught in traditional English classes. If you learn these phrases and start using them naturally, your English will instantly sound more fluent, more confident, and more natural. Today, I'm going to share 10 phrases that native English speakers use every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use these expressions in real conversations. So stay with me until the end, because some of these phrases can completely change the way you speak English. Hi everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome back to Talk Fluent English. If your goal is to speak English confidently and naturally, you're in the right place. Let's get started. One of the most common phrases native speakers use every day is, "What's up?" Many English learners think this phrase means that someone is literally asking what is above them, but that's not the case at all. "What's up?" is simply an informal way of saying, "How are you?" or "What's going on?" Friends use it all the time when they meet each other. Imagine you are walking into work and you see your friend. Instead of saying, "Hello, how are you today?" a native speaker might simply say, "Hey, what's up?" The other person could answer, "Not much, just working," or "Nothing special, how about you?" It's short, casual, and very natural. Many learners make the mistake of giving a long answer when someone says, "What's up?" Remember that native speakers usually expect a short response. You can say, "Not much, just chilling, doing good," or "Pretty busy today." These responses sound natural and help conversations flow smoothly. The more you hear native speakers talk, the more you'll notice that "What's up?" appears everywhere. It is used among friends, coworkers, classmates, and even family members. Try replacing "How are you?" with "What's up?" occasionally when speaking with friends in English. The second phrase native speakers use all the time is "I'm down." This phrase confuses many learners because they think it means feeling sad. However, in everyday conversations, "I'm down" usually means "I'm interested" or "I want to do it." Imagine your friend asks, "Do you want to grab some coffee later?" A native speaker might reply, "Yeah, I'm down." This means they would like to go for coffee. If someone says, "We're going to watch a movie tonight, are you coming?" you can answer, "Sure, I'm down." This phrase is extremely common among younger adults and in casual conversations. It sounds natural and relaxed. Instead of always saying, "Yes, I want to go," try using "I'm down" when appropriate. The third phrase is "No worries." Native speakers love this phrase because it sounds friendly and positive. It means, "It's okay, don't worry about it," or "No problem." Imagine someone accidentally bumps into you and says, "Sorry." A native speaker might respond, "No worries." If a friend says, "Sorry, I'm late," you could say, "No worries." One reason this phrase is so popular is that it creates a relaxed atmosphere. Instead of making someone feel guilty, it lets them know everything is fine. That's why you'll hear it frequently in workplaces, restaurants, shops, and everyday social situations. The fourth phrase is "sounds good." This is one of the easiest phrases to learn because it simply means "that is a good idea" or "I agree." Suppose your friend says, "Let's meet at 6 o'clock." You can answer, "Sounds good." If your coworker says, "We'll finish this project tomorrow," you might reply, "Sounds good." Native speakers often use this phrase instead of saying, "I agree." It sounds more conversational and natural. Listen carefully to English conversations, and you'll notice just how often people say it. The fifth phrase is, "hang on." This phrase means, "wait a moment." Native speakers use it constantly when they need a little more time. Imagine you're on the phone and someone asks you a question, but you need to check something first. You might say, "hang on a second." If you're talking to a friend and need to grab something from another room, you could say, "hang on, I'll be right back." This phrase is very useful because conversations often require short pauses. Learning to use "hang on" naturally will make your English sound more authentic. The sixth phrase is, "I get it." Many learners know the phrase, "I understand," but native speakers often say, "I get it," instead. For example, your teacher explains a grammar rule. At first, you are confused. Then suddenly everything becomes clear. You can say, "Oh, I get it now." Imagine a friend explaining why they made a certain decision. Once you understand their reason, you might respond, "I get it." This phrase sounds more natural in casual conversations and is extremely common in spoken English. The seventh phrase is, "that's awesome." Native speakers use this expression whenever they hear good news or something exciting. Suppose your friend says, "I got a new job." You could respond, "That's awesome." If someone tells you they passed an important exam, you might say, "That's awesome. Congratulations." Using positive reactions like this helps conversations feel warmer and more engaging. Native speakers often prefer enthusiastic expressions rather than simply saying, "good." The eighth phrase is, "you know what I mean?" This phrase is often used when speakers want to make sure the listener understands them. Imagine you're describing a difficult situation. After explaining it, you might say, "You know what I mean." This invites the listener to confirm they understand your point. Native speakers use this phrase naturally during conversations because it helps create connection and understanding. Just be careful not to overuse it. The ninth phrase is, "give me a break." Depending on the situation, this phrase can have different meanings. Sometimes it literally means, "let me rest." Other times it expresses disbelief. For example, if someone is making an excuse that sounds unrealistic, a native speaker might respond, "give me a break." In this context, it means, "I don't believe that." Context is very important when using this phrase. Pay attention to tone and situation whenever you hear it. The 10th phrase is, "I'm just kidding." This phrase is essential because native speakers joke frequently. Imagine you tell your friend, "I'm moving to Antarctica next week." Your friend looks shocked. Then you laugh and say, "I'm just kidding." This phrase lets people know you were joking and prevents misunderstandings. Since humor is an important part of communication, learning this phrase is very useful. Now let's talk about why these phrases matter so much. Many English learners focus heavily on grammar rules and vocabulary lists. While grammar is important, fluency comes from understanding how people actually speak in real life. Native speakers often communicate using short expressions, fixed phrases, and casual language patterns. Think about your own language. You probably use certain expressions every day without thinking about them. Native English speakers do exactly the same thing. The phrases we've discussed today appear in conversations repeatedly because they help people communicate quickly and naturally. The key to mastering these phrases is repetition. Don't just memorize them, use them. Speak them aloud. Include them in your conversations. Practice them until they become automatic. The more frequently you use these expressions, the more natural they will feel. Another helpful technique is listening practice. Watch English videos, podcasts, interviews, movies, and television shows. Whenever you hear one of these phrases, pay attention to how it is used. Notice the speaker's tone, facial expression, and situation. This will help you understand the phrase on a deeper level. Remember that confidence plays a huge role in language learning. Many learners already know enough English to communicate, but they hesitate because they are afraid of making mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too. The goal is communication, not perfection. Every conversation is an opportunity to improve. Even if your English isn't perfect today, every sentence you speak moves you closer to fluency. The most successful learners are not the ones who know the most grammar rules. They are the ones who consistently practice. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. If you learn a few natural phrases every week and use them regularly, your English will sound dramatically different. People will notice that you speak more smoothly and confidently. That's because fluency is built one phrase at a time. Whenever you learn a new expression, create your own examples. Use it when talking to friends, language partners, or even when practicing alone. Speaking aloud is one of the fastest ways to improve your fluency. Don't worry if these phrases feel unfamiliar at first. Every native speaker learned language through repetition and practice. The more you hear and use these expressions, the more comfortable you will become. The journey to fluent English is not about learning thousands of complicated words. It's about learning the right words and phrases that people actually use every day. These 10 phrases are a great place to start because they appear constantly in real conversations. So, here's a challenge for you. Pick 3 phrases from today's lesson and use them at least 3 times this week. It might feel strange at first, but that's completely normal. Growth happens when you practice something new. Before we finish, let's quickly review the phrases we learned today. We covered, "What's up?" "I'm down." "No worries." "Sounds good." "Hang on." "I get it." "That's awesome." "You know what I mean?" "Give me a break." And "I'm just kidding." These are all expressions that native speakers use regularly, and learning them will help your English sound much more natural. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I'm Michael from Talk Fluent English, and I truly appreciate every one of you who watches these lessons and works hard to improve your English. If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is learning English. Also, let me know in the comments which phrase you are going to start using today. I love reading your comments and hearing about your English learning journey. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Your English gets better every single day you choose to learn. I'm Michael from Talk Fluent English, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, take care, stay confident, and keep speaking English every day. Goodbye, and see you soon.